Okay, welcome to Tuesday, Target Math. Let's do a quick review, all right? Because this is kind of an easier day. Let me erase some of the things I was doing before you got here, and I'll explain them as we go, all right? So, thanks for joining me today. We are going to start with A. This is Tuesday page, or every time you see those purple cards, these are the skills we use, all right? The numbers may change, the skills won't change. Here we go. For A, and I'm always going to start at the think sheet so I can start to think about what to do with those numbers up there. So, A says, write a word problem and solve. Then I look at the A card. This is the A card. I see 28 minus 15. That's what I need to write a word problem for before I solve it. All right, so right now, this is what we have. 28 minus 15 equals something. We know that because that's what they told us. I need to write a story for that. In a story, something happens. So here's a story I have written. Listen to my story and see if you agree that it tells that story. Miss Daniels, that's me, had 28 gold stickers. She came to class and noticed 15 students were being rock stars. She was so happy that she gave each of them a sticker. And then there's a question. How many stickers does she have now? Did that tell that story? Do I start with 28? Do I give away 15? Well, I gave each student a sticker. How many students did I have that day? 15 students that day. Does that tell that story? And then I gave some away, so I don't know how many I have left, right? So, when you're writing a word problem, and that's the first part, notice I typed it into a box, and then I just shrank the box after I wrote my story. It's a pretty good way to write a word problem, isn't it? So then, there's another part to this. Solve. I'm going to solve. Am I going to solve these words? Goodness, no. I'm going to solve the equation that I have created from my story. And they gave me part of it. So I'm going to solve 28 minus 15 equals something. We can call that something X. We can call that something the number of stickers I have left. But we have to understand what it's talking about. It's talking about the stickers I still have. All right? So how would you solve 28 minus 15? So I'm choosing to solve it like this. I'm putting my ones. I have 8 ones and 5 ones. Well, I have 8 ones in 28, and I'm going to give away 5 of them. And I have 2 10s in 28, and I'm going to give away 10 of them. Well, actually 1 10 or 10 stickers, right? So let's do the subtraction in columns, shall we? Remember, if you're doing this on paper, turn your paper sideways, and there's already some columns. Each digit goes in a column. So I have 8 1 minus 5 ones. That is going to be 3 ones. Check it. Turn around. Check it. Is 3 plus 5 8? If it is, then I'm correct. And I can move on to my 10s. 2 minus 1 is 1. I'm going to check it real quick. Turn around fact. If 2 minus 1 is 1, that means that 1 plus 2, I'm sorry, no. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Check. So what does this 13 mean? That's the difference I got. What does 13 mean? What is 13 what? It says, how many stickers does she have now? 13, but it's not just 13. It's 13 stickers. So I'm looking for 13 more people that are being rock stars to give stickers to. And that's how you can show me that you solved A. Let's move on. So we would move on to B, but you see we're not going to do B because B involves a ruler. And you don't have the same ruler to use on your screen, so we'll do the measurement skill in another area with another tool. Let's move on to C, shall we? C is asking me to copy the underlined shape. If we look up at the C card, we'll see the underline shape is the one with this underline right here, right? Look at that shape. It's a rectangle, but it's divided into 4 rectangles. And I notice they use 3 lines in the middle, so I'm going to, as neat as I can, just draw. And it's not going to be straight because I'm writing with the mouse. It's okay. But I know they're equal parts up there, so I know that's one whole thing. Then it says what fraction is shaded. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces are shaded. So I'm going to say 4 parts of 4. There's 4 altogether, and all of them are shaded, so one whole thing is shaded. See that? Let's go on to D. On the same card, it says draw the shapes. I notice the shapes, that's more than one. So they're talking about this part and this part, aren't they? So I see that once again I can draw this. And that would be the whole thing right here. But I also know there's another one too. So I'm imagining that this is an orange cut into 4 pieces. And I have somebody else's orange slice too, don't I? So I have one whole orange plus another slice from another orange that's cut into 4 pieces. So the fraction for one part is 1, 2, 3, 4 in the whole thing. So it's 1/4 is one part. For all of them, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Or I know it's more than 1. Here's 1 plus this 1. This piece we call 1/4 because that's his measure, right? And that should say 1/4. All right, and that's it for that. Let's move on to E. On E, there's a lot of mess on this screen, but I'm just looking at the EF card here. This is probably the easiest one we have in all of Target Math because we've been working on this the most, I think. So let's look at E. I'm going to look for the expanded form of this number. I remember the expanded form is the value of each digit. This 8 is in what place? Hundreds, tens, or ones? The hundreds place. So 8 in the hundreds place is 800. Check. Now 1 in the tens place is 10. We're not done because there's another digit there, isn't there? Then the ones place, 8 ones is 8. So that's the expanded form. 800 plus 10 plus 8 equals 818. F says circle the meaning of the numbers. Well, I see this is 1,000. I'm not using any of those. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8. So I'm going to circle 800s, flats we call them, right? 110, and that's a big line for that. I need to fix that. And then 8 of these ones, so I know 2 won't be colored. I need to fix it with my eraser. Oops. How about I use a pencil? Is this the same mistake you make sometimes? It's okay, I can fix it. I like to use orange today since I'm imagining those fractions are oranges. How many 10s did I have? Just 1. And I want to fix this because my teacher might think I don't know how to use place value blocks if I keep this sloppy copy, right? I might even want to go like this. 8, 1, and 8. So my teacher knows I do know what I'm talking about. So don't teach me something I already know. Let's use what we know so we can grow. Don't tell your teacher that. Well, you can if it's me. So that's all. And it took 9 minutes and 36 seconds to do all of this target math. So don't forget your story problem usually is a start, change, result. All right. Have fun. And I'll see you tomorrow.